Keep it natural. Doesn't matter. Don't stop recording. Keep going. All right.
This is the very first Panana Street podcast.
Street podcast.
This is like the fucking third attempt because we're really bad at audio.
I know what it is, guys.
Yeah. Welcome, whoever the fuck wants to listen to us.
Who would listen
Who
to
would
us?
want to listen to?
Whatever.
I don't know. Maybe some people from Coppola, they're like, what are these fuckers up to? Huh? Talking
Maybe.
some shit? I don't know.
It's gonna be just our family at first.
Yeah. I kind of
get
don't want my parents to listen.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. If anyone's wondering what Panana Street is, it's the street where we grew up, and we basically went down, and I went to his house, and you go to my house, and that's the street we'd always walk down.
That's the street.
Yep. And yeah, how's everything at work? You were just saying that you are
that I'm about to switch jobs.
Hell yeah, man.
Gonna bail on the job that's been busted my balls these last few months.
Right?
Pretty much the entire time we were in lockdown, I was hating it.
I know, man. You seemed like you were always stressed, like jumping on GTA after, like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I needed to jump on GTA so I could blow some shit up, because I was just
Beat people with a
fucking-
bat and
fucking frustrated, man.
yeah.
But, yeah, so I'm gonna I am gonna go back to my old company. And,
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Miguel haven't talked for a very long time, but it was only because of COVID, so I have to thank COVID. Thank you,
Yeah.
COVID.
Thanks, COVID, you son
Like,
of a bitch.
if I didn't get stuck at home and I was hella bored and decided to jump on Red Dead, I would have never, this would have never happened. Is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
basically, I mean, I picked up the PS4 like a couple weeks before the lockdown happened, and
Luckily, yeah.
yeah, it just so happened that Red Dead was the game that I wanted to try out. So.
Yeah, I try to think of all the good things that has happened in this 3 months, like how much I've grown and new things I've tried, and I just appreciate that I get to rekindle my childhood friendship with my buddy, you know?
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, when I told you about the podcast, you were like, dude, that sounds awesome. The story is we were gonna make.
Why not? I mean, we listen to podcasts all the time. That's basically how I get through work, is just listening to podcasts. So
Yeah.
the thought of starting our own podcast.
Originally, it
Sounds
was
good.
gonna just be a lost podcast.
Yeah.
We were just talking about
I know
lost.
you were.
I
So
was set on
making
it,
a
bro.
Lost podcast.
But I was like, yeah, I went for a walk, and I was like, you know, he's right. We should just make it this thing. And now it's the Panana Street podcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, so I was thinking that. I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess we could make a Lost podcast, whatever. And then
Yeah.
Steph's like, Lost isn't even on anymore. Why?
Who would listen to it? I was like, damn. Yeah. And yeah, it made me think. And I was like, hey, you know, you're right.
Yeah, we can still talk about Lost.
Yeah, we'll
whatever.
have a lost episode. That's what
Yeah,
we'll do.
Lost
The
episodes, man.
lost episode. But yeah,
So you
It's-
still working at home?
still working. Things are pretty chill on my end. Yeah, so what's COVID like in your area now? Because ours is still, everyone's still at home. Barbers aren't open. I tried to get my hair cut, and I can't get my hair cut yet.
So at the beginning of June is when it started loosening up. So more businesses started to open up, like barbershops, and restaurants are back open, just with modifications, you know, the whole masks and less capacity at the restaurants and that sort of thing. But it feels like we're getting a second wave. I mean,
Really?
every morning I'm seeing new cases. There was like a point where there was no cases, and now it's like every morning there's like a dozen more cases.
How's
And it-
people wearing masks and stuff there?
It seems like it's a personal preference thing. Like most people are, but there are also people that don't. But even if people aren't, I don't see people like making them feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You want to go shopping and go into any establishments, you need a mask. But
Yeah.
out and about, it seems like people are like,
That's the
you
same.
know,
That's the same thing here. Like we go to the park and like I don't want to fucking wear a mask when I want to breathe in
yeah, right,
fucking fresh air and whatnot, not my stink ass breath.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like most people there aren't wearing it as long as like we walk away from each other.
mm-hmm.
Like whenever someone's like walking towards me, I like go by like a car or
You
something.
go around them.
Yeah, yeah. And it's no disrespect, we wave
Yeah,
and
no,
whatnot,
yeah,
but
it's like, hey, how you
because
doing?
I don't like, for me, I'm okay. Like I feel like my immune system's really strong. Like I eat healthy, I work out all the time. I feel like it's affecting the older generation,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still want to be respectful.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I mean, that's the whole thing with the masks. It's more to protect the people around you, not to protect yourself.
yeah.
But
Did you listen to the Jocko podcast?
yeah, I did. I listened
But,
to the whole thing.
man,
Yeah.
But it's just crazy how it's like mainstream's making it like so fear based, and then like you hear them, and it's just like it's kind of blown out of proportion.
It is. I mean, it is. You look at the numbers, and it is. It's kind of crazy how big the reaction was.
Mm-hmm. Also, how they fiddle with the numbers. Like,
Oh yeah, like all those unrelated deaths.
yeah,
Or
and
kinda
how
just
they're talking
COVID
about
deaths.
how the guy said masks don't do anything, and he basically lied to us. It's like,
Yeah.
how are we gonna trust you, bro?
Well, yeah, because it was a shortage. But I don't know why
Yeah.
they didn't just say a shortage in the first place. Instead
Yeah,
of
we'd understand.
trying to play games with us.
yeah, but it just develops distrust. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's everything like protest wise?
So we had, I guess, 2 days of protests basically. They just did like a march through Alamoana Park, and then I think they did a second one out on the west side. But yeah, it was peaceful.
Yeah?
Gathered. Yeah, I think they gathered at the Capitol and just had like a few speakers. So it wasn't anything, no looting or anything.
They didn't have
so
no Antifa or whatever.
I don't
trying to
think,
stop.
I mean, yeah, there was no like nothing crazy popping off. There was no property damage or anything. So it was pretty good here.
Yeah, it was
things
fucking
are
scary.
crazy over there. Yeah.
Dude, like I didn't know what the hell was going on because I wasn't really following it, like and then I went to pick up Janice at her auntie's house, and then I'm driving, it's nighttime, I look on my right,
Oh shit.
and I fucking see some person with a chair just like throw it at this paycheck cashing thing.
Dude, like what the fuck?
Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I go down the street and I see a bunch of kids wearing all black, like just
Dude,
like
that's-
what the
it's
fuck
like
is going on?
frickin-
People are driving fast. I could feel the fear,
Yeah.
and then I started
yeah.
feeling it, and I
Yeah,
started
dude.
getting super scared. And
It's
for that whole week, I was just like, I don't know what. I don't even want to go outside. I don't know if
sketchy, man. That's like
if they're just
primal,
looting.
primal freaking purge stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Purge, dude.
My mind's going wild. Like, are they looting more than just these big places? Are they going to people's houses and like, give me your shit? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
mean,
bro.
yeah.
I was fucking scared,
You
bro.
have no idea what the mob mentality. You don't know where it's
Mob
gonna go.
mentality, man. Yeah. But and this Juneteenth thing, I have to admit, that was the first time I even heard
I
that
had
word.
No idea that was a thing, man.
Where did this come from? All of a sudden,
I don't know. Dude,
like,
do you know about the Mandela effect?
yeah, how people
Like,
thought he died or
Remember things differently? Yeah,
Mhm.
but it was like all tied to Nelson Mandela.
yeah.
Dude, I feel like that's like a Mandela effect thing because I've never heard of Juneteenth until now.
Yeah,
Like,
I heard
ever.
people like
And now it's
Facebook
like-
messaging, like
it's in the calendar. It's in the Google Calendar, and I'm like, what? I never even heard of this before.
I saw a Facebook message like I thought Juneteenth was fake because that was the first time I heard it and it came from Trump's voice. So I don't know. It was like fucking crazy. I didn't know it was a thing, but it's kind of crazy that this is all happening around
At the same time.
yeah.
It's crazy, right? 2020 has been a crazy fucking year.
But I was wondering
COVID
like
and-
are we gonna be feeling this way during Christmas? Like, if this keeps going, like, are we gonna have time of peace? Like, or are we just gonna continue this craziness?
Well, see, the thing about that is, it's an election year, and the election's
November,
in
right?
November. Yeah, so I
So
mean,
that's for like the president, like the full on thing. Because
mhm.
I haven't been
So
keeping up with that, but
so like, I mean, depending what happens, I guess so. It depends what happens. Each side is,
bro,
somebody's not going to be happy.
there's gonna be an eruption. I think
Yeah,
everyone kind of feels like something big is about to burst. I don't know, man.
it's crazy. It's crazy times, man. It's freaking super
Crazy
crazy times.
times. But yeah. Other than those two that are the big events, anything else new with you?
Um, not much. I mean, yeah, finally getting out of my company that I'm with now. I mean, not on lockdown anymore. The beaches are open over here, so we're like getting back to normal. It feels like.
Mm. I'd love to feel that way.
I can't. Yeah, it's funny to think that you guys are still all locked down.
Like, I think August is when the jiu-jitsu gyms are going to open up again. And they gave them all these crazy, like, guidelines. Like, still the 6 feet thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's not possible, bro.
You can't.
You can't.
You're gonna
So,
roll with yourself.
I liked what what was it? Jocko? What was it, Joe Rogan? I don't know what they said.
When they were talking.
Signing a waiver, like, hey, I know I'm at risk and whatever, I sign my life away.
Yeah, it's just like any other waiver you sign, right? I mean, you sign that you're not going to sue if you get injured, whatever. It's just the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a risk, and if it's a risk people are willing to take, that's their choice.
Yeah. Are gyms open up in your area now?
They're opening up starting tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
why
dude,
are you so fucking
we're-
crazy?
Well, because it didn't blow up
Well,
here. I mean,
not crazy as in a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's crazy that you guys are doing something other than what my area is doing.
well, because even to this day, our cases are only 700 something. So
Mm-hmm.
it didn't really blow up here. So I think that's why we're kind of, we're more isolated, and it didn't get too crazy. So we're kind of, heading back to normal.
Yeah. Like I was talking to my sisters, like Texas and Arkansas, that there's people acting like nothing ever happened kind of thing. Just like going to restaurants like nothing is changed.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's just kind of weird. I'm envious at the same time, like, I would love things to go back to the way they were, but fuck, man.
I don't know if it ever will, though. That's
Just
the
like-
crazy part.
Like having to have a mask on you at all times now.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
I mean,
If
you
I
can't do
see you,
anything
if
you
I
don't
see you
have
in
your mask.
person, are we gonna feel for like fearful? Like,
masked
am
up.
I not gonna give you a bro hug? Like, bro, come on, man.
No, I think we will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
'Cause-
give a shit about like. I think you're sanitary and whatnot.
Sanitized. Oh,
So-
man.
I'm not worried at that.
Yeah, I mean, it is odd. Like, so when I went to go talk to my former boss yesterday, I reached for a handshake.
And did they think it was weird?
He shook my hand.
Okay, because that's
So-
what I'm worried about. Like, I still love handshakes, and like, it's like, hey, nice to meet you. Like,
Yeah, it's still, but like with people I don't know, I get it, and people are kind of doing like the fist bumps or
Yeah.
whatever, elbows.
what we should do is have one of those hanging hand sanitizers. Like, hey, nice to meet you. So, like, I would do
Oh,
that,
man.
but man, like, I want to go back to jiu-jitsu, but I'm not fearful because, man, I was doing that for so long, even during like when no one even thought COVID was a big thing,
Yeah.
and it's just crazy.
Yeah, and there's theories that COVID was actually in
It's been here.
California. Yeah, it's been here, and that's
Like-
why you guys like built up an immunity, allegedly.
Yeah. like I was actually looking at the test. Like I'd want to get one test to see if I'm positive right now.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm like,
You might have
dude,
even
I've been
had it.
positive this whole time, so I'm not gonna fearful of going out and about, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But then they give you this thing: are you sick? This and this, and they're like, you're not qualified to get this test, and it's
yeah.
like,
Oh, really?
well, that's nice.
So
you
they
know.
only give it to you if you're sick.
Yeah, if you're qualified. So it's hard for people that think that they
They might
have
have
it.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Crazy world we're living in.
Yeah, crazy times.
Crazy times.
Oh man. So what else is new? Just staying home.
Yeah. Staying home. Nothing much. I just released my song. I was like, since I had this mic, I was gonna sing, and I sang in front of the mic, and I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh yeah.
So it was like trying to get over this fear, like of what people were thinking about my singing. I was just like, I just wanted to sing, just to express myself, not to care what others are gonna think of me or anything like that. But
So you put it up on YouTube or something?
on the Facebooks and the Instas.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When was this?
Like 30 minutes before.
Oh,
Yeah, literally
before
30.
now? Because I was like, I didn't see this.
I recorded it last week, but I was
Put it up.
editing. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check it out after this.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. It's called "Hang On, Little Tomato," just like a little encouraging song. Hang on, guys.
Do you are you gonna do like a little an animation music video? to
Dude, that'd be really
accompany
kind
it?
of cool. That would be
Right?
kind of cool. Yeah, man.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should.
So, what do you think, man? What do you think? The next, the podcast. You want to talk about Lost? Or talk about The Office?
Dude, we could talk about whatever.
Talk about whatever.
I mean, we could talk about it now. We could talk.
We can, yeah.
Um,
Me and Miguel are huge Lost fans. I
Lost
think
fans, yeah.
you introduced it to me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, back when it was still live and on the air.
yeah, I was watching it during the liveness.
Mhm.
I caught it maybe 1 or 2 seasons before it ended. So that was fun.
Yeah, right.
But like, finding about the hatch and whatnot, it's just like every episode caught you, like made you go, what?
It's a good
fucking
show.
loved it.
Yeah, I mean, we're still rewatching it. We finished the first season, and we started the second one. We kind of puttered out, but I think it's because that first season was just so strong. It was really a good season.
Yeah.
But,
That and number 2 was good. Janice really liked the time travel part.
Ooh, yeah. Desmond is the man.
I just sticked with it because it's like I developed like this interest for all of the characters, and it's like I wanted to see what happened to them. Even like The Office, like it got shitty after, spoiler alert, Michael Scott left. If you haven't watched The Office, I don't know. Some people haven't watched it. I don't
Dude,
know.
it's been off the air how many years now?
But after
yeah,
he left, man.
Yeah, I feel the same way. They should have just ended it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what
Did
it
you
is.
watch Space Force?
We started. I watched the first episode.
It's a little.
Funny.
It's like Michael Scott is playing a character. Like
Yeah.
it's Agent Skarn, but as a spaceman type of thing.
basically, yeah.
There's
but I
nothing
think
wrong with it, but
that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a satire, right?
yeah. But I guarantee you, they're probably gonna hit it off the park in the second season because that's basically what happened to Office.
So
You
you
know.
watched the whole first season.
Yeah, it's not bad.
How many
It's
episodes
just
is it?
8 or 9, 8 to 10. One of those.
Yeah.
It's not very long. But yeah, good cast of characters. Yeah.
Yeah, what you been watching lately?
Oh, movie wise, watched a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Just recently, yesterday, we There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
Because-
you guys-
Oh, it's just me. Because
Oh, okay.
when Janice is off doing things with her mom, because her mom's in California now,
That's good.
like
That's
I'm
good
like,
she's there.
this is my time to like watch a movie that she wouldn't watch with me. So
Dude, that
There
fucking
Will Be
movie.
Blood. I didn't know anything going into it, which is kind of cool. All
So
I
you'd
knew,
never seen it before?
all I knew is the milkshake episode, the
Yeah.
scene, milkshake,
I drink your milkshake.
and then the description is he won Academy Award for that. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
if he won an Academy Award for this, I'm gonna give my I think it was 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, it was a long movie.
my-
So what'd
my
you think? What'd you think of it?
I mean, it ended where you're just like, well,
Yeah, that's it.
you. Should I talk about the ending? I mean, it's been out for a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, I only recently saw it too, so maybe
okay.
not. Maybe not.
You know, he got what he wanted, but
Yeah.
he had a hard time having relationships, even with, I wouldn't say blood, but you would know what I mean.
He's a family man.
Yeah.
He's a family man.
He literally used his son for that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I loved how it started because there's no dialogue. You're just like,
yeah. When he's
is he
digging,
a coal miner
yeah.
at first?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
He was digging,
fucking breaks his leg, and you're like, what the
Mhm.
fuck? And
and
then
it's freaking.
you slowly start seeing cars, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Interesting.
was an interesting
period.
movie. For me, I think watching it the one time was enough. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
I don't-
watch it again in a few years. Maybe.
Maybe you'll see it in a different light, because that's
I-
happens when you watch a movie again.
Yeah, it's one that I was like not in a hurry to want to revisit. I was like, it was kind of a hard watch, you know.
It
Like,
is a
it's
hard
not-
watch.
It's it asks a lot of you.
There was a guy, his brother, and his brother was the guy I fucking hated in The Mummy. We removed. Great. Did you get that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of distracted me.
Yeah. The brother, was the guy from Mummy that I fucking hated.
That pencil mustache guy.
Mr. O'Donnell! I fucking hated that guy.
Oh, that
So I had a
fucking
feeling like, why did they
pencil
bring
guy.
him in this movie? And he played that role that I thought he
He
played
just
that
has
role.
One of those faces, man. Just has one of those faces.
Yep. And when he caught it, like, oh, something about the peach tree, and then he didn't
Mhm.
know. He's like, I love that scene. It was very well lit. Like, sorry, I'm getting all artistic about it.
No, I mean,
But yeah.
It's a beautiful movie.
I watched Ford versus Ferrari. That was a good one.
Oh, how
bro.
was that one? I haven't seen
Dude,
it yet. It's a good.
Matt
watch.
Damon and Christian Bale, good chemistry, bro.
Okay.
Totally
We'll,
recommend.
we'll add it to the list.
You feel bad in the end.
Really? Okay. Don't tell me.
Oh.
I gotta watch it still.
But man, that was an interesting time. And what's his name? Sean from Walking Dead. He's really good in it. Shane. Did I say Sean?
Yeah,
Shane.
you said Sean.
Shane.
Oh, what's his name? Punisher.
Dude, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
I'm
like
so
him.
glad that, like, he probably thought when he got canned in season 2 Walking Dead that, like, fuck, where's my career? Where's my career gonna go? Right?
Did
But
you
look
watch
how-
The Punisher?
I did. First
Oh,
season's
man.
not bad.
Oh!
It's not bad. First
Oh.
season. They thought he was a hippie or a hipster because he
Yeah,
was
with his
ground.
beard.
I was like, what? He looks kind of.
I felt like that was a forced joke. That was like a forced thing that they were trying to put in there. Steph hated it. Every time she would only want me to watch it when she wasn't around. She did not like it.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, what's going on?
My thing stopped recording, so I had to
Oh.
restart it.
Your garage band?
Yeah, it reached
Looks
the max.
Oh, mine looks like it's still going.
Okay, it's probably just the
Um,
iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my end, we've been watching a few movies. We recently just rewatched The Social Network.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was interesting. It's interesting watching it now with, the light that Facebook is under now and kind of the scrutiny around them. And
Yeah,
just kind of,
I didn't watch it for a very long time. It's been like,
Oh,
I-
like since it first came out.
yeah. So it'd be kind of cool to re-see that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, so yeah, definitely
Yeah.
check it out, I think. And then we watched The King of Staten Island.
Oh, it's
The
the tattoo
one-
guy, right?
Yeah, Pete Davidson. It was good. It was a good movie.
He's a comedic. He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's a
Right?
comedian. He's on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, it's a Judd Apatow one, so it was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the Leica studio? I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they did like Kubo with the 2 strings, Coraline,
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of
Paranorman.
it.
I watched.
I don't think I've ever watched any of those movies though.
Oh, they're really good. I
Yeah.
appreciate how much effort it is because everything is just like a still image and they're just everything's hand.
So it's
anim-
stop motion.
Yeah.
Oh, snap! Yeah, that takes
And-
a long time.
The latest one was Missing Link. That was a pretty good one. It was about a guy adventurer who finds like Loch Ness monster, the Yetis and stuff. Those type of monsters.
Oh, okay.
But Hugh Jackman is
Missing
the voice actor of that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of good movies out there.
Yeah.
I've been
it's
renting a lot
interesting.
because on
Yeah.
Amazon, just like it's right there.
It's all early access and it's right there. So I don't know. A lot of people are wondering whether movie theaters are gonna be able to survive
Yeah.
now that they're just releasing a lot of stuff online. I mean,
Yeah. And then if you do, there's going to be less people, and then you're going to have to hire more people to sanitize everything. It's just
yeah,
like
right? Are
you're
they,
wasting more money, you know?
yeah. So it's gonna probably get more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But I watched the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, how's that? Not good?
I do not recommend that.
All right. Good to know.
Too much references of current day. It just is off-putting. I think they just did it so the kids nowadays have things,
Oh,
you know.
so it's set in modern times.
Yeah.
It's not like the 70s or whatever.
No.
Yeah, that's weird.
They were, yeah. It just too much references to nowadays where
Oh,
it's just
man.
very apparent. I thought I was going to like it because I knew some of the artists that worked on it, but
Oh, for real?
yeah.
Like personally knew them?
Yeah, like one of like my mentors, John Navarez,
Oh, that's cool.
he worked on it, but it's it's a beautiful movie. I just,
But the story isn't there.
Yeah.
Well, he
But-
didn't do the story, so.
yeah. So,
Oh man.
but I understand. They have to cater to a younger audience and, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's the
hey,
kids.
the kids nowadays, they're probably gonna grow up like, dude, Scooby-Doo, this nostalgia, that movie. Like, we thought Power Rangers, and I look back and I'm just like, oh my God.
Freaking corny as hell. Oh my
Do you have
gosh.
something that you look back and you're like, oh man, that still holds up? Like, of our generation.
I'm trying to think. I don't think a lot of it does. Yeah, Power Rangers, you go back, it's freaking cheesy. Ninja Turtles. What else? What else was there?
Ninja Turtles, man. I like this is before, is it before? But the Goonies, that's before us, right?
Yeah. That was like
I don't know.
mid-80s,
Maybe
think.
I just I don't know. It really
Well,
depends.
that's like a classic though. It's different. Yeah, I guess because we're talking about like TV shows that we
TV
grew
show.
up with, and the TV shows were just to sell toys. So
Oh, I did try to watch Good Burger.
oh, that must have
Oh
been bad.
man, was that bad?
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's a different tier because like the Goonies is an actual theatrical, legit movie versus Good Burger was like Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Oh man, it's about that 30-minute mark, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That went by pretty quick.
It did. Yeah, we did pretty good. The audio kind of cut on a little bit for me, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. But overall, I think it went pretty well.
Nice. This was
Yeah, dude.
This is awesome, dude. I felt very comfortable for our first podcast.
Yeah. And if anything, the audio doesn't sound too bad now that I'm hearing
Yeah.
it from
Yeah,
just
and it's-
Zoom. So we can just use this if we want to.
Oh, and just it'll be easier because then you don't need to splice it.
Yeah, I could
Well-
use this for the YouTube, and then like use the audio for the actual podcast or something. Well,
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. You know, test things out.
Yeah, man. Well, whoever's listening, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
for the very first
Welcome.
Panana Street podcast.
Oh man.
Oh crap! Hit my mic.
I'm gonna watch it definitely once it's all put together.
Yeah. I got that intro song coming, and the
All right, and I'll get a photo that we could use.
definitely. Yeah. Until next time, my friends.
Yeah, dude. So what do you think? Every Thursday, or should we try to do more than that?
We do every Thursday.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Alrighty. Ending the recording now.
Good night and good luck.
Later.